Let me try to express how I feel about this subject and why I stand so firmly enough to put my brand on a message that if we end the GOP, we can end white supremacy. I want to explain that further. I believe that in history past, this is based on my academic studies, my experience with this culture, and through this culture into a different, higher level of thinking and being. What I've discovered is that over history, the people have shifted. We talk about the parties changed, and there's some truth to that as far as their platform goes. But the people have been the party. The people have migrated. So as history has shown, the conservative white supremacist Christian nationalist movement has gone from one party to the next and interwoven itself partially through geographic nature, like the South versus the North. But even the abolitionists up north were still racists. They wanted to free slaves because it was inhumane, but they didn't want them here. Give them their own island, ship them back. This is a lot of the abolitionist movement in the North. So the idea that there was ever a time in America where we just weren't racist or where people weren't racist, it's a misconception. The idea that in 1964 the Democrats passed the civil rights legislation and so all Democrats were just instantly no longer racist, that's false. It's false. But what's happened since 1964? Before that, the people would kind of intertwine and interweave with whatever political party had the chance of winning and whatever their specific needs were. The sellouts, basically. No values. Just like the rest of us. But after 1964, the Dixiecrat movement sort of died down, right? And the Dixiecrat movement sort of became your alt-right, right-wing, Nixon Republican, Reagan Republican, Bush Republican, Trump Republicans. They're all the same, really. They share the same ideological DNA, the same mentality, and it's all rooted in fascism. You think what Nixon did wasn't fascism? You think the things Reagan did and Bush? And I'm not saying the left is entirely absolved from any misdoings, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who knowingly and willingly side with the side that the Ku Klux Klan endorses. And I believe today, thanks to a more open-minded middle and left, we're rooting out racism and white supremacy. And now that it's all clustered in the Republican conservative ideology, they have no other place to go.